eventually. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Boropod. It's nearly the end of the season. One game for us to go. Pat, you're with me. How you doing? Welcome back.
I'm good. Oh, that intro. If we win on Saturday, we're going to get scenes like that again, and it's going to be fantastic.
Yes, we are. Have you had a good weekend?
This weekend was just quiet in the house, dealing with a little bit of cold. So no, I'm good. I'm feeling better for it.
Cool. And we had the other half of the gruesome twosome on last week, so I thought it was only right to bring Dean back, especially after saying last week he can fuck off. Hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm all right. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the call today, but here I am.
Well, there you go. You're always one of my go-tos if we need bodies. Frankly, you're one of my go-tos if we don't need bodies. I just sort of go, let's get Dean.
Yeah, well, it's the Monday night, isn't it? What do you do on a Monday night?
I mean, people are either too busy. I don't know. I'd say filleting people, but probably not. Or playing football. So the other option is watch Game of Thrones or whatever's new. I don't know, and or do a podcast. I suppose every bastard's got a podcast these days, isn't they? So.
Well, yeah, I am binging Criminal Minds at the minute, so you have got in the way of that. I won't lie.
I'm okay with that.
Better make it sharp then.
He says, and then sits out and says nothing. Yeah, okay. Stevenage on Saturday, away at Doncaster Rovers 1-1. Stevenage lined up in a apparent 4-4-2 with Philip Marshall obviously in goal, Jasper, Good, Pidge, and Saxon Early along the back line. Kemp out right, Thompson White, and then Roberts out left, and then Matty Phillips and Jamie Reid up top. Doncaster had the lion's share of the possession. They had a fairly significantly better pass success rate with 71% to 59%. We won the aerial duels, no surprise. I would say that the stats, as we've come to expect being Stevenage fans, don't really necessarily match the feel of the game, the story of the game, do they? I feel like for 45 minutes, there only looked like one team that was going to win a game. And then for the second 45 minutes, there was only one team that looked like they were going to win the game, and it weren't us.
Yeah. Doncaster started off the better, there's no doubt. And then we scored with our first meaningful attack and was kind of half chance to Matt Phillips, where he took it really nicely on the edge of the area after Doncaster failed to clean their line like 5 times.
Yes.
And then kind of what you'd expect, Doncaster were down the bottom of the league, lacking in confidence. Their fans got on their backs in typical South Yorkshire fashion. It was kind of hostile off the back of a fairly miserable season, and Stevenage had them exactly where they wanted them. And then they made a bunch of subs at half time and got right on top of us. And you have to tip your cap to the Doncaster coaching staff for getting them playing again. And we couldn't get to grips with that.
Yeah, cool. That's that done, isn't it?
Yeah. Thank you very much. Good night. That is an impeccable summary, Pat. I mean, I'm just looking at it now. Shots on target for them 3. We had 4. I don't really remember the 4. I mean, we could and probably should have lost it, but we could have, if Jamie Reid's shot doesn't get blocked by McGrath, which was a phenomenal block. It was a Pierre Gianni type block. It's 1-2, isn't it? And it's all a little, and that's how we play, isn't it? We do invite a little bit on, and it was an horrible goal, but I think I said it in commentary. It was coming.
Well, it just hit Billy Sharp and went in, didn't it? Driven across the goal by.
I just felt that we shouldn't have let the ball get there. I thought Jasper backed off a little bit.
He's been culpable a couple of times. I think when we first sort of saw Jasper Patterson playing, I wasn't that enamoured. Although we've been sort of spoiled with Luther a bit, haven't we? And then after January, he's been getting better and better, and he's really gone up in my estimation. But there are still several goals we conceded in the last month or so where he just lets his man run at him and beat him and get the ball in, and we can see.
And I'm all right with that if it's going to the corner flag.
Yeah,
which
it's always a draw. It's always.
But
I don't think it is. There's a lot of them that are driving into the box at an angle.
This one came into the box,
and he's letting them go, and it's causing us. We've conceded 2 certainly, possibly more. Certainly conceded a lot of chances from that kind of thing, and it's just. I wonder whether he's not blessed with like electric pace, is he?
No.
And I think that as someone who is nippy runs at him, they just manage to get the beating of him, and there's no one there who we can sacrifice to come over and protect him, because when we do, we leave gaps for the right winger to come in and tap in, or a midfielder to make a late run into the box and tap in. So it's a concern. I don't want to talk too critically about Patterson, because I think actually he's really stepped up in Luther's absence, and it's almost that we couldn't ask for a better deputy. If he ironed that out, that problem out, then we'd have nothing to complain about the guy for, which is wonderful.
Yeah. And the only way you learn is by playing. And if you already knew this stuff, he wouldn't be playing in League One. So we are where we are. We've got all.
Yeah, he's 24, so he's not young, but he's certainly not old, is he? And a couple of seasons at Wickham, and then came to us. Look, Revs speaks so highly of him. When we're off mic, he's lauding him up to the heavens. And I kind of said he's a bit of a Max Clark, isn't he? A League Two club, he'd be a number one. He'd be a shoe in. But in League One, he's a bloody good backup, and how many games has he played in this little stint? 4, and he's had 3 decent ones. So
yeah.
And having said that, I didn't think he was terrible on Saturday. It's quite funny. I'm just looking at the ratings, and the back 5 are all in green, apart from Pidgey's obviously man and a match in blue.
Yeah.
The midfield's very orange, and then Reedy's orange, and Phillips is in green. So it was really sort of a half and half brilliant performance, wasn't it? We were, defenders performed admirably, and Phillips got his goal, and I thought Phillips was great. I love the way he brings down a ball that's been lumped up to the top of the fucking mountain, and then comes and he just kills it dead on a six.
It's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen it, hasn't it?
Yeah, and he's great, and that's why I asked the question to Revs last week, because I know he got a bit of stick last Saturday, Phillips, and Steve gave you that wonderful piece of research, didn't he? That last week, was it the 15 games previous, we'd won 15 points to him joining us, and then we'd won 31 since he's been with us in the next 15, which I think is staggering, really, because for a man that is 35 years old, hadn't played an awful lot of football, and Revs was like, we're going to have to manage him. He ain't had to manage him whatsoever, has he? When Cornick came in, it was half an hour here and 20 minutes there. But when you've got a guy like Matt Phillips, who's quite obviously looked after himself, and he said it in interview, didn't he, last week, fallen out of love with football, And then all of a sudden he's come back into that place at Bradbury and he's doing what he's doing. And fair play to the guy. And, you know, he's absolutely fitted in like, you know, a hand in a glove.
Yeah, it tells you how good a group it must be to be a part of if it's reinvigorated his love of the game.
Pat, I can't speak so highly of a place. When I go there, which I am like, I count my blessings every time I walk up that drive because I'm in a position as a fan. I don't call myself a pundit or anything like that. I just sit alongside Watkins, and when you get almost to the 20 yards from the stairs, and you hear noise, you hear laughter, you hear cheering, and I don't think you get that in many places, you know. And we always wait outside for Alfie to arrive, myself and Neil. And Pierre Gianni came out on Thursday. I thought he was leaving, but he didn't. He just came out to say hello. All right, boys, how's your body, Pidge? You know, I had a massage last night, blah, 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 blah. We have a few pleasantries, and it's just nice. And that's what I can say. You know, you see the players on their Instagram posting pictures, arriving at work. What a place to go to work. So, yeah, it's great. And Phil was there on Thursday, and he showed us the new video room, and that he's so proud of that, and it looks absolutely fantastic. You got the cinema seats with the little thing for the popcorn to go in, and a big screen, and 24 seats in there, and a couple of poser tables at the back, and brilliant. It's just, you know, why wouldn't a player want to come and play here if they're a champion, if they're a League One or a League Two footballer? Apart from the money.
Well, yeah, I mean, money is probably a big part of it. I think if they don't know anyone that hasn't played here, and then they may have an idea of the setup we have, right? Because if you look at, I mean, not that you would look at the ground and think it's, you know, I genuinely don't think you look at the ground and think it's shit. I think you go, actually, for a club that I thought were pretty small, it's not a bad facility. Room for improvement, of course, but it's not a bad facility at all. And I think that the impression, you know, fans all up and down the country look at us and go, they're tin pot. And it would be very easy for players to make that assumption as well. And I would be surprised if there weren't players that go out and fucking play for Stevenage.
But every player who signs highlights the training facilities, and I don't think that's just a platitude. Yeah. And you look at the quality of that pitch still right at the back end of the season, compare that to Doncaster. Like, they've got some really good people behind the scenes here, making it a good place to play football.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that pitch was. We talked about it in the warm up, me and Steve, at how poor it was. I mean, there were areas that looked like a golf tee where people had been taking chunks out of it, and even when the centre halves were knocking it from left to right, you could see it bobbling up. And yeah, it was pretty awful for a League One football pitch. But
there's loads of them. Bradford the other week was fucking horrendous in front of the goals, wasn't it?
Yeah,
really bad.
Yeah. But you know, some people would say we never used the pitch anyway to play on. So
and if you haven't watched us.
Yeah, I mean, I'd go as far as people who don't really watch us and just get angry because the ball is in the air occasionally. Just see us long ball merchants don't really have a clue, do they?
There was Donny fans in the comments of the highlights on YouTube, like, "Oh, you're one of the worst teams I've seen this season. I've no idea how you're up in the playoff place." It's like, well, 71 points before we came to your gaff, mate. That's how.
Yeah. It's because lads, we're better than you. Oops. The table at this stage of the season just doesn't lie, does it? Like,
no,
I never understand how the fuck are they up there? Well, it's quite easy.
Well, it might do if Plymouth have got Northampton, so they've got the easiest one to come, haven't they? So it might be telling a little white lie right now.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, if they pip us because they've had an unbelievable sort of second half of the season, haven't they? They've been one of the teams that have been in form most of the way since Christmas, and as much as you sort of would like to begrudge them it, you can't really, can you? Like, it's fair fucks. If you beat us, you beat us. As long as Luton don't beat us to it, that's all that matters.
Well, I'm looking out for this scenario on Saturday where we can both end up in the playoffs. And how absolutely hilarious would that be for Bradford?
I would, yeah. I mean, I don't generally look at Bradford as one of those teams that I've got any sort of grudge with. But their fans are the least magnanimous. They didn't like
our commentary earlier in the season. I got called all sorts by them, didn't I?
To be fair, Dean, no one does. We love it. we love it. But no, I don't think I've ever. I may once or twice. To be fair, actually, I do. I can remember like away fans being reasonable and going, do you know what? They're just having a laugh.
Yeah, Stockport was one. I think we made a friend in Stockport.
And there are some people that don't take themselves or their clubs too seriously and appreciate what you do. But there's so many fucking dribblers who like expect like, you know, like Clive Tilsley levels of neutrality, and it's like, it's local. You see local radio, you fucking.
The clues in the name of the radio
is not the place for that,
right? Exactly. We don't. Frankly, I don't want local radio to be neutral because it's far more entertaining if you're annoying.
Well, you know, you just got to look at our friend from Cumbria, who, you know.
Yep, I was just thinking about him as I said it. It would be so much. Imagine we didn't get that wonderful soundbite of just get off the pitch, Stevenage. You've got what you came for. What a big man you are, Michael Bostwick. I mean,
I mean, he is, to be fair.
It's tattooed to the insides of your eyelids, that phrase, isn't it?
Oh, it's fantastic. it's my alarm in the morning.
Your ringtone.
Yeah.
But
and
then I was chatting to a guy today, and he's fixing my garage door, and he went, a bit of a missed opportunity at the weekend, wasn't it? And I'm like, in some respects, yes, but even if
still in pole position,
if we'd have won, we'd have still had to have won
a point.
Yeah.
Because you can't play for a draw. Not in that situation. What do you do? Oh, let's hang out for a 0-0, then you concede one. Then what do you do? So you've got to try and win the game.
This is just going back to Saturday. Do you think there was an element of us with the changes, or perhaps lack of response to Doncaster's halftime changes?
Yeah.
Was there an element of us trying to sit, like, not wanting to risk the 1-0 by pushing forward to seconds to make it comfortable?
Potentially, but I don't think we tried to. I just don't think Harvey and Louis could get out. And you know, Jamie and Matty were having to drop back, and you know, when you're playing with Jordan and Kempe in particular wide, they're not giving you that outlet. Robbo probably more so, but I don't know. It didn't help that Saxon lost his head completely, and he for sure would have.
Hanlon was rinsing him.
I've never seen Hanlon play that well.
Well, that's probably what you get when you've got a proper number 9 playing alongside you, isn't it? You can do your bits off the ball, and he came out wide right in that 3-prong, and he was getting down that the Stevenage left.
Senior was very good for.
Doncaster, he was. Was he the number 2?
23. He was like left wing back, wasn't he? He was solid at the back, just sort of mopped up everything that went near him, broke down that left wing a lot, and caused us a lot of trouble.
And you know, when Hanlon did get down and Sax pulled him down, Saxon was literally on the line, but Hanlon was outside, so it was very, very nearly a penalty. And he argued it. I mean, he argued it, and you could. That was a yellow card anyway, but you could see him talking himself into the second, and Butler had to come on, and you know, he needs to get minutes in his legs because we've probably got 4 more games to go. So you know, with Butler, it was always going to be
this is not the game that you really wanted to have to use him, isn't it?
Yeah, ideally not, but I think he wanted to use him for the previous one, but it just wasn't. It wasn't right at 1-0. So yeah. You've got to get minutes in him, and you know, Dan Butler is very experienced, and he's been part of the side for the last 2 or 3 years. So
he'll be warming up from about now to Saturday in order to be able to start with it.
I think he is one of them players that thinks he should be starting. If he's fit, he should be starting, and I like that in a player. You know, you've got to be demanding of your manager, and banging on that door, and you know
whether he's whether he's fit or not is the question, though, isn't it? Because you know,
of course,
he might be fit, but he's not. You know, he's not up to match speed, is he? So
I think we're blessed with 2 very good left backs. I'm not going to say 2 of the best left backs in the league. I think we've got 2 very good ones, but 2 that can get injured as well. You know,
it is.
Jackson in particular.
It is touch and go with both of them, isn't it? But I do think you're right. I think look, when's the last time we had 4 fullbacks that you're like pretty happy if any of them start?
Yeah.
Don't remember.
I don't think I've ever been able to say I like all 4 of them. It's been a while since I think we had 4, frankly, that were in a position to play regularly across those two positions. When's the last time we had 2 right backs that would play? We had Luther and someone who was far worse.
Oh, you're going back to Ronnie and Laurie Wilson, probably.
Probably. Yeah, I mean,
and I can't even remember who the backup left back was to Lairdy then. So,
whatever midfielder got sacrificed.
I'm stumped. Yeah,
Moose or Bozzy would have had to drop in there. Yeah.
Yeah, most likely. I can't think of who it may have been at all.
But yeah, I mean, they hit the post. Phil made that incredible save. They had one over the bar. But I mean, the save from Marshall could prove, well, I don't want to say priceless because it could be more than that, couldn't it?
It very, very much could be the difference between us finishing 6th and 7th or 8th.
We've had a few of those recently as well. It's been a great addition.
Yeah, I mean, particularly was it away at Bradford? He was incredible. Like 3 genuinely world-class saves in the last couple of minutes, which just was wonderful.
And we're making it. I'm sort of aware that we're making it sound like that we rely on him a lot and have done all season, but we haven't.
We don't. He faces fewer goals per game than any keeper in the league by some margin. I can't remember. Right? I think he faces on average 3 games on target a game, which, when you think about it, is insane. It's absolutely it's nothing. I'll have a look for that. I'll have a look for that in a minute. Someone talk about something else from Saturday.
But I like everything else about him now. Yeah, I don't really like him coming out of his box as much as he does, and he likes to leave you with your heart in your mouth a little bit. But he's coming and claiming and catching stuff now, which he wasn't August, September. So confidence has obviously grown throughout the season, and he's coming and taking pressure off. And I remember that being a talking point with me and Steve with the studio at one point, was he wasn't taking that pressure off like Murphy did last year. Murphy would come and claim and get it moving quickly, but he's really improved that. So
he has really grown into it, hasn't he? I think maybe with not quite to the same degree, but I think in a similar way that Patterson's grown on me. I think Philip Marshall's grown on me. I was a little bit unsure early in the season. I think for the most part, I thought that actually his communication's been pretty good. He's pretty dominant in his area. You know, like he comes to claim stuff 9 times out of 10, he claims it. There's just been, I think, early in the season, to roughly maybe sort of Christmas time, there were a few things that he did, a few howlers, a few really awful passes that put us under the cosh, or a few goals that went in. You're like,
yeah,
oh, I'd have saved that.
You kind of weren't pointing your finger, but you're
Oh.
thinking, could he have saved
Yeah, it was enough just to make you go, I'm not sure. But I think he's done fantastic overall across the entire season. I mean, he wouldn't be, I think he's leading the way for the Golden Glove at the moment.
I think he's tied with the Lincoln keeper, isn't he, on 17?
Yes.
He should probably get the game off next weekend then.
Well, it would be nice to win it next weekend, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would be fantastic to win it if he won it next weekend. But I don't want to suggest that I don't think he's been good, because he has. I'm a little bit gutted that we don't have Murphy Cooper between the sticks still. I mean, I think we'd be closer to Bolton and Stockport. I think it would be worth 3 or 4 points over the course of the season, having Murphy Cooper and goal. Maybe more than that, actually. Which I feel almost like, that's a bit Homer of me. Like, maybe that's a little bit too Stevenage bias, but I genuinely think that he'd be worth a few points.
There's a reason he went to the Championship.
Yeah, exactly. I'm still looking for this Philip Marshall goals per game, shots per game.
And the one thing we've seen a few times in recent games is the opposition having players they can bring on to change a game, which we didn't seem to. And that's a trend they'll want to try and improve on next season going forward, whatever league they end up in. When you're bringing on a straight swap at defensive midfield on 76 minutes and the baller for Phillips just to save his legs, it's not the same as a sharp and really changing the momentum of things. So
it's kind of protecting
shows
what you've
the
got,
difference in squad depth we've got.
Yeah, but
that is being a small club in a big division, I guess.
Yeah, it is what it is, I suppose, isn't it? I mean, Phoenix dropped out because of an injury on Friday, but not too much, I don't think. So he could well be back at the weekend. Luther missing, Lewis Freestone missing, be back for pre-season.
That's a enormous miss for the playoffs, I think. Freestone.
You just got to change the whole way you play, then, haven't you? You got to go to 4 at the back rather than that big solid 3 with Saxon or John Roberts or Butler playing at left wing back. And but if hopefully, I don't know if Luther's going to be back on the weekend, but you put him back in, don't you? No matter what, for me. And we saw Joe Knight on the bench, didn't we, at the weekend? And he sort of came in for Phoenix. So, and Dan Phillips, of course, will be back. So, you've got four big players missing there, haven't you?
Oh yeah, makes a big difference in a squad like this.
The only thing I thought about talking about tonight was, obviously I got some stick earlier in the season about Jordan Houghton, not for me.
Yeah, I remember.
Discuss. Can't get in the can't get in the starting 11, and you wouldn't put him in, would you, ahead of Phillips or Harvey or Louis Thompson?
Yeah, when he's coming on, he's not like showing that he should be starting ahead of them. Certainly, much like Ken Campbell's cameo recently, it does feel like it's well set in there, and that's partly down to the high levels of the guys who are in the starting roles. But you're right; it's a body filling a space. He's not coming on and being really incisive looking.
I don't think he fits this system, though, does he? Either.
Yeah, maybe not.
He doesn't fit the system, and that's very much why he's been a bit of a casualty by why he's not playing. I think still I'm glad we have him, and I would prefer it if we had, especially with Dan Phillips out, I think it would be better. Although is he back this weekend, or has he got one more?
Who, Dan? Dan's back.
Yeah, Dan's back. Okay. Well, that's huge for us in the midfield. That opens up so much that we can do.
And you put him in. He starts, doesn't he?
100%. Yeah, he's just had 3 games rest. Like, it's not enough to kick you out of fitness.
And you know what? I liked injured players or suspended players don't travel. He was there Saturday. He was there supporting.
That's lovely.
That speaks volumes about the guy, doesn't it?
It does. But back to Houghton, I think with Phillips missing, not that they offer the same thing, but I think they offer more similar things than Louis and Harvey do. I think they're closer in the terms of the sort of profile for mopping up things at the back and sort of solidifying things. Honestly, I think Saturday I would have liked to see Houghton come on within 10 minutes of half time purely to try and counter some of the changes that have been made by Doncaster. It's a shame that we didn't react particularly quick. It could be a case of I guess the problem is how do you react, right? It's not all your decision making during a game should be purely based on what the opposition's doing. You ideally want to be making your decisions based on what you want to do next. But sometimes you have to react to a team that's behind, have made 3 substitutions at half time, and for the next 10 minutes have been kicking your ass. And we didn't react, and it's been a consistent thing this season where I think perhaps a little bit of trepidation about when to bring the changes and when to react to an opposition sort of gaining some momentum. Like it may be just a bit of nerves, a bit of like, well, let's see if we can get back on the front foot without making changes and
trust me, once the mic's off, me and Steve will go, I think you should have done that because we know. We think we know better. And then he'll sort of say, well, I couldn't do that because Louis feeling his calf, and I want him in the game for another 10 minutes, and there's always a reason.
Of course.
I've never heard Rev say, should have done that a bit earlier, or I should have done this, and never heard it, because him, Neil, and Scott and Marlon, they know what they're doing, I think, and they know those players better than anyone, and he knows that Louis playing with a calf.
They have a lot of information that we. They have a lot of information that we don't. But we'd have nothing to talk about if we just sat and
I know. Yeah.
So go well. Let's pack it in.
You're the manager.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else from Saturday to talk about? Decent turnout for an away day. Not fucking stunning, but like
it was all right. And I think that a lot of cold drinks had been taken the night before and that morning. And I think once the sun had been shining on them for about an hour, they all went a little bit quiet, had a little nap in the beginning of that second half. And but they were in good voice, and they travelled well, and there was lots of good fancy dress. And lots of bad fancy dress too.
I mean, when the mask comes off, it's something, isn't it?
But I gather young Farley had a nice stag do.
I mean, he's alive, so yeah. Well, actually, I haven't seen him tweet. I haven't seen him tweet since the weekend. Not that I particularly look out for it, but I haven't. Actually, no, that's not true. I'm sure I saw something gushing about the squad yesterday, and it made me feel a little bit queasy. It's part of his charm, isn't it? How excitable he is.
Yeah, wait till he gets to my age. Unfortunately, I won't be around to see it, but I'd love to.
Do you reckon he's just going to completely 180 and he can be a right miserable prick?
A right old Victor Meldrew, yeah.
He'll be a grumpy old bastard. He's going to replace you and Steve, isn't he? Can you imagine the away fans' responses to him? Like,
I was going to say, I'm not sure he would adhere to the BBC guidelines, but I'm not sure that me and Steve do either.
It's always fascinated me a little bit with how you get away with some of the things you say, actually.
Nobody listens.
and that's because there's 17 of us that listen.
Exactly.
And
Once a
it's
season,
wonderful.
I think we get listened to and adjudicated.
Yeah. Do you know when it's coming?
No. And we don't often get it shared either. I've only seen it once, and the guy absolutely adored us. So we live to fight another season.
Anybody with any sense would listen to you and go, "What a riot! What a riot those Stevenage fans must have listening to this." Especially, I mean, I think I've listened to quite a lot of, other teams' broadcasts as well over the years, and one thing that you do that I haven't heard anyone else do is respond to text messages you get and respond to tweets. And a lot of there may be some that do it, right? But I've never heard anybody else do it, and I think it's such a good thing for the community. It's such a good thing, to make it all a little bit more enjoyable. Yeah. I mean, I will be honest. I sometimes sit there and think for a good 10, 15 minutes about something funny to text you on the off chance you read it out on air, and then you read it out, and then I just sit there and have a good old chuckle to myself.
Well, let me tell you, on Tuesday night last week between Boise and Hollis, I'm surprised that I didn't have some. Well, they were just very badly behaved, those two, on Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
Obviously, I couldn't read anything out that they.
Oh God, no. No, I mean there have definitely been occasions where I've texted you something that I've gone, he's not going to be able to read that out, but I want to see if I can hear him laugh when he reads it.
You can normally hear a little giggle.
And there have been once or twice when I've sent you something, and very, very quickly on the radio, I've just heard you go, just having a little chuckle, and I'm like, oh, I hope that was me.
Well, we had Adam Elkins asked us to do a shout out for his brother and his new wife. They got married on Saturday, on Tuesday night, so we did it, and he said, "Oh, we're watching on our mini moon," and I was like, "Oh, what a lucky girl she is on her honeymoon to be watching the football on a Tuesday night." And Adam asked for a clip of it so they could keep it as a memento. So we got that organised, and Adam and his brother and sister-in-law have got a little memento of Dean and Steve, wishing them all the congratulations in the world.
That's lovely. That's lovely. That's really nice. You said hello to my daughter.
I did, yes.
And
do you know what? I think
she heard you say. She heard you say Nate, and she went, "Was that you?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I know him," and then she was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I know the commentators."
We don't have the biggest following, and if people are sitting at home listening, I want them to be, and if they don't come to games for whatever reason, I want them to become part of it. I don't want them sitting at home thinking they're sitting at home on their own. I want, we like to think we paint pictures with words, but that's why we sometimes we don't use the players' surnames. Luther is Luther. He's not James Wilding. And even Lewis is Louis. We don't always use Thompson.
I mean, Thompson used to be a minefield. You never know who you're talking about.
And we consciously do that for a reason, because we know that we're not polished, we know that we're not Five Live, and we just we don't do it for us, we do it for people. And one or two of our own supporters don't like what we do, and fine, I can respect that. You do want your Five Live commentary, you ain't getting it from us. I mean, someone tweeted me before the game, I can't remember his name now, but he's not one of our biggest fans. And he said, "Serious commentary today, boys. It's far too nerve-wracking to be mucking about." So I was like, "Oh, okay."
When it's nerve-wracking, it's the perfect time
the
to be
more
mucking
silly
about.
I get,
Absolutely. You've got to do something to take away those nerves and settle you, haven't you?
Yeah. God knows what Saturday's going to be.
When you said hello to her, she was absolutely buzzing. Like she'd been a right mardy arse all day, frankly. And she heard her name. She heard her name, and she's like, "Oh my God! I just heard my name. I just heard my name on the radio."
But it is, even like back in the old days of listening to Radio 1, they do shout outs, wouldn't they? And you think, God. But it is. It's just creating a little community, and if people are listening and we give them a laugh, then so be it. And we know there's a lot of supporters around the country and abroad that that listen to us and listen, the illegal listeners, as I call them, watching on the old dodgy stick. But yeah, it's part of the camaraderie, and even what Graham built all those years ago. It's like that. We're all we're rather have them spitting in than spitting out, and just creating that sense of we are Stevenage.
Honestly, long may it continue with you two. Saturdays wouldn't be the same. Obviously, I can't make the majority of games anymore, and not having you two brighten my Saturday and Tuesday, regardless of the result, it just wouldn't be the same. So it's definitely lovely to be able to listen to you. You do a fucking brilliant job.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Should we do a quiz?
Oh no!
I thought there might be a quiz.
Well, I've prepared this while we were talking about Doncaster, so it's not the deepest or most researched quiz there's ever been, but it's fairly difficult to get it wrong as well. The 22-23 season, I have a list of all of the goal scorers and assisters for the season. Assisters, yeah. So I've got a list of every player every player and the goals, and every player and their assists. What I want you to do is go through the squad, give me a name, and their combined goals and assists. If you can get it right, you'll score the goal as assist. If you can get it perfect, you'll get 3 points. I'm winging it here. If you're within,
I've got to guess the number of goals.
Yeah. Oh no, number of goals and assists. If you get it within,
can't even remember the players, Pat.
If you get it within 2
I
or
mean,
3,
this is going to be a nightmare, isn't it?
That's what I was hoping. If you get it within 2 or 3, I might throw you a courtesy point, and then if you get it wildly incorrect, I'll open it up to your opponent. So it could go hideously wrong, and we'll broach that when we come to it. Dean, you're up first.
So this is the promotion winning season, right?
Promotion winning season.
Well, we might as well go for Luther James Wilding 1 against Grimsby. He didn't score another one, did he?
He didn't. You're just going for 1? Have you thought about assists at all?
He might have had 1.
Okay, so you're going for 2 in total. Pat, have you got an improvement on that one?
As a guess, I will follow the same logic, I think, and I will go Terence Van Kooten 1.
No. hang on. You've got to go back to Luther. I'm opening up Luther because Dean got it wrong. So you need to give me a number for Luther.
I'll go 5.
There we go. Okay, you get 1 point. It was 4.
Ooh.
3 assists. Okay. Pat, your turn.
Sorry, I jumped the gun, but I will stick with Terence Van Kooten 1.
And just the 1 assist. Dean, so you get 3 points, Pat.
Yeah, there's no way Terence assisted, did he?
No, he did. He got 1 assist.
But he got a goal, didn't he?
Not according to the list I just looked up.
He definitely got a goal because me and Steve would always put a pound on.
I was remembering the goal.
He'd do Terence, I'd do Luther. I won once, he won once. But he didn't win because he didn't put it on the particular day Terence scored. That might have been a different season.
Do you know what? I do remember that, actually.
I think it was Johnson's Paints, though, wasn't it? And you're just talking about league games.
I am talking about the league, yes.
Yeah.
So that may well be it. Let me just double check this. Like I said, it's a perfectly researched thing we are looking at here.
Anyway,
I'm just gonna make a couple of tweaks because the numbers I'm looking at are very different.
oh,
Which
should
is a
have just
shame,
gone
isn't
with
it?
Stephen Dean name a team from a game that happened years ago.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
I nearly did. I nearly picked our first game against Wigan, but I was like, it's too recent. Okay.
No,
Right,
if you'd have asked me about a team in 2006, I've got a lot better chance of doing it than from a couple of
Oh,
seasons ago. Okay.
Well, look. Let's. Well, we are very much in winging it territory here.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with Luke Norris because is my next one.
Yep. Okay.
Because I think he got more than 10. I want to say he got about 13 or something, 12 or 13, maybe a bit more, maybe 15. I'm going to go with 13 for Norris and 3 assists.
So 16 in total.
If that's how you're playing it, yeah.
Yeah. 11 goals and assists in the league in total. 10 goals, 1 assist. Pat. Oh, I've ruined that, haven't I?
Yeah.
Fuck that. Jamie, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what we're doing anymore. It's all gone to shit. Like a Nate quiz should, frankly.
Yeah. Perfect.
Pat, you're up to the Oki.
All right. I suppose Tejas having nil is cheating, is it?
Yeah, we're not going with goalkeepers.
We'll have that rule in now.
Yeah. No.
I like personally. I think that goalkeepers are obviously not included in this.
All right. In the spirit of things, then.
I did just check to make sure he hadn't contributed an assist, and he didn't.
It should have been like 20 points off if you miss on the.
What about one of the other 16 goalkeepers we had that season?
I am actually just looking down at all the goalkeepers. No, none of them provided any goals or assists. Obviously,
Scandal. All right. In the spirit of things, I will go Jamie
Reid. Okay, and I didn't have any audio from you when you said the number then.
Sorry, Jamie Reid 20.
Oh,
it's high.
That's too high. Pat.
It's too high.
I'd be going about 15.
And you'd get the point, Dean, because it's 16, 10 goals, 6 assists.
Are we including FA Cup games in this?
Just the league. So, Dean, you're back at the Oki.
Danny Rose, one of my favourite players. Probably
he was magnificent that season. Just such a joy to watch.
When we're 1-0 up and it's the last 10 minutes, you look to the bench and you want to see him coming on, don't you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Probably didn't get double-figure goals, but probably had a couple of assists. I'm going to go 11.
Oh, Pat, can you steal it?
I mean, I would have gone 10, so I'll go 10.
It's 8. 6 goals, 2 assists. Pat, up to the Oki.
Jamie Reid at 16, right? And Jordan Roberts is always just behind Jamie Reid. So let's go Jordan
Not this season, he's not.
Jordan Roberts, 13.
Patrick, that is filth. Spot on.
That's logic.
Dean, you are at the Oki again.
Gilbinio. 9.
Next year.
That is, I'm saying it's boozy. Let me just double check the numbers that I've got are anywhere close to right. Okay, they're not. Hang on, let me just fix
that. That came to me as I was at the fridge.
It's 7, so you do get a single point. Pat?
Now then, that was the season Pidge was quite good at set pieces, wasn't it? Before everyone just started grappling him to the ground with getting away with it.
And bloodying his nose.
Yeah. So let's go Pidgeani 10.
I know. It's not bad. I think that's a
double
good shot.
checking. The numbers I had here were almost correct. You get a single point for that, Pat. It's 9.
Ooh, I was
That's
close.
a very good guess. 7 goals, 2 assists. Back to you, Dino.
Oh, I think I've got a good one. Oh no, that was a cup goal. Max Clark.
Maximilian Clark. I don't know if that's his name. Probably not.
Definitely scored a goal. He might have set up. I'm going to go 3.
Again, you get a single point. It's 2, one each. 1 goal, 1 assist. I remember his goal. I think Kane Smith was driving down the right flank, and he absolutely thundered it across goal, skimmed all the way along the box. Didn't go in the air at all. It's a proper and
he volleyed it back across the goalie, didn't he?
And he drove it straight back where it came from into the bottom corner.
The other one I was thinking of was Saxon. Saxon got a goal, but that was at Reading. That was in the cup.
Yeah, Saxon did. It was quite a similar goal in terms of sort of placement, wasn't it? Yeah. I can't remember who's at the hockey now. Patrick, it's back to you.
Really starting to run out. Well, Jake Taylor played a lot. He wasn't prolific. He must have got 1. Let's go 1, Jake Taylor.
Yeah, 1 assist.
Yeah. Play the percentages.
You are absolutely nailing this, mate. Okay, last round. Dean.
I liked Josh March.
Do you know what? He wasn't even on the original list.
Oh, do you want me to change it?
No, it's fine. I've got the numbers here.
2.
You have nailed that, Dean.
Oh, nice.
3 points.
Was that 2 goals or 1 goal and 1 assist?
2 goals. There was sort of like an overheady kick, wasn't there? It was against Forest
I remember that
away or something. And it was a really, really important goal late on in the season, wasn't it?
My daughter was very fond of him because she had a
because
job.
Of his jawline?
She had a job at a local hotel that he was staying in, and she used to clean his room. And she liked getting to the room, and he was still in there. And she was around that day, and she was beside herself that he'd scored. So like Josh, really nice.
Yeah, I liked Josh. He was a typical Stevenage forward, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he's had a good season at Crewe. I think he's done all right up there.
He's had a couple of decent seasons, I think, since sort of leaving. He's one of those players that he was a real shithouse you'd never want to play against. A bit of almost Danny Rose levels of you'd
Danny Rose light.
Yeah, you'd hate to play against him, but you'd love him as a teammate.
If you put any part of your body on him, it would be a free kick, wouldn't it?
every single time. Pat, right, wrap things up. One last hurrah.
He got mentioned earlier, so let's go Kane Smith. And we know he loves the darts, so let's go 3.
1 goal, 4 assists.
Ooh.
Single point for Patrice. Right, Pat, 12 points, Dean, 6.
Yeah, I don't do very well.
It's just a bit of fun. You don't have to.
It's mostly guesswork, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Including tiny bit of logic with Jordan Roberts, but apart from that, guesswork.
Including, frankly, me getting the answers correct was a large guesswork.
Yeah, we probably got more points, Pat, to be fair, but it was the answers that
no one's going to fact check him, and he knows it, so he just gets away with it.
That is absolutely outrageous.
What are we allowed to talk about previous managers at any point?
Yeah, go ahead.
Steve Evans.
Yeah. What about him?
What a Saturday afternoon he had, eh?
I saw the
missed
result. They beat Swindon 4-0. Was it Swindon? Or
No,
they pumped
Cheltenham.
Someone, didn't they? Cheltenham.
Cheltenham.
Oh yeah, it was West Country.
I kind of
derby
missed
thing, wasn't
that. I missed that they'd won the league. So but the scenes were that they'd won the league, and he went in the Thatcher's End, and he was having selfies, and then as if you could write it in the script, they scored a goal.
They scored while he was in the
while he was in there,
away,
and he was down the front with the lads celebrating.
Yeah.
I mean, it was classic Steve.
Was he touchline banned or something?
No. He'd been in the dugout. He was just wanting to go in there for the last 5 minutes.
Oh, it's just fucking beautiful, isn't it? Like,
Oh.
what other manager does nonsense like that? They don't do that. It's fantastic. No. It's
I did watch quite a lot of interviews yesterday morning while I was sat in the sun on Sunday morning, and one of the best post matches of the weekend was Ian Holloway's, because they did get
they did get pumped today. Yeah.
Did you know that was the worst day of his life?
I genuinely think I've heard him say multiple times that something was the worst day of his life. I'm not sure I believe him.
Yeah.
Worst day of your life so far.
This was the worst day of his life, Pat. They lost 4-0. And
they did get absolutely battered.
You really want him to go on one of them rants, but he was the quiet assassin, and it was even better. It was
it was fantastic. I mean, I tried to introduce this a little while ago, and nothing interesting happened for weeks. So I'll sort of divert to this, just other interesting stuff that's happened in football. So there's some great stuff. National League, the final game of the season between York City and not Rotherham. That's a game that will be happening soon. But York City versus Rochdale, where Rochdale score really at the death. All their players, all their fans, not all of them, but there's a massive pitch invasion. They had the game's delayed by 5 minutes, and then 4 minutes into that extra 5, York equalise to snatch back the title.
Oof.
My favourite thing about it is the Rochdale manager at full time walking on celebrating before he realises that hang on, York are celebrating, and it might not be the manager, it might have just been a coach or someone, but walking on celebrating and realising once he's made it embarrassingly far onto the field that he's shouldn't be celebrated. Suddenly the head's in the hands.
But it's basically beautiful. The fans' fault that they didn't get promoted.
Yeah, absolutely.
But something even
if they hadn't have invaded,
the game would have been over.
Ended in within a couple of minutes, and you'd probably imagine York might not have fucking scored.
Exactly, and not the similar, but as much adulation and what have you. But Newport at the other end. Lad missed a penalty on 90 plus 12. Then he scores the winner that should keep them up on 90 plus 15. I mean, unbelievable. I mean, if you want to I know Alex Tunbridge was there for a couple of seasons, and I spent a bit of time at Newport. Just get the cameras in there. That's all I ask. You just want that's where you want to fly on the wall.
That's absolute where you want to fly on the wall,
basket case of a club, but absolutely brilliantly lovable, and everybody.
Are they safe now? Are they safe?
I think that because they've got Barrow, but Barrow can't catch them. So you think that they go there and get I don't know, but I think there's 2 from 5 can go down. Crawley and amongst it.
Five still of those. Harrogate.
Tranmere,
one or two more.
Yeah.
But there's 5 going into the final day in League 2 that can drop, which is just wonderful. Yeah. Not for them, but it's beautiful for football.
Entertaining for the rest of us. Chaos for them.
And then in the second division in Spain at the weekend, a goalkeeper pushed a player over. He got sent off by the referee, and then he hunted down the player while he was and lumped him in the face.
Why more players after getting sent off don't give the guy, if someone's dived and got you sent off, why he doesn't get.
He didn't dive.
Goalkeeper, what more can you do now?
Yeah, goalkeeper fully pushes him over. It's a sort of thing where I'm sending someone off for that feels just soft. He's pushed him over. He's not punched him. It's just a shove in the chest.
That was superb.
He has been pushed over. He has been pushed over, but every football player on the planet gets pushed over. They fucking throw themselves to the floor like they've been shot, right? And I just think that I don't know. It's just fun. It's just so stupid. Anyway, let's just take a quick look at what happened around the league this weekend before we look forward to our final game of the season. So Stockport and Peterborough ended 3-1 to Stockport. So I think that confirms that they are definitely in the playoffs. They're playing right this second, and embarrassingly, I don't have the score in front of me.
Hold on, I'll look it up. You keep going.
Pat will look. We'll get to that in a moment or two. Doncaster Rovers obviously 1-1 with Stevenage. Blackpool beat Leyton Orient to leave Leyton Orient just a point.
Stockport's tomorrow.
To the goods.
Yeah,
oh, is it tomorrow, is it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Lincoln beat Wickham 4-3, which is a fucking batshit scoreline. Cardiff beat Northampton 5-1. Northampton might be the worst team in League One history. Absolutely abysmal. What a joke of a club. Burton Exeter rescued. It was Burton that rescued a last-minute equaliser against Exeter to confirm their safety and drop Exeter back into the relegation zone after they were sitting pretty just outside it. Wigan lost away was lost at home to AFC Wimbledon, also confirming AFC Wimbledon's safety for the season, which a couple of weeks ago it was looking pretty dicey with the form that they were in and some of the games that they had coming up, especially with the likes of Wigan, who, while they are shit, have had a
just looking at the momentum of that game, and it's all Wigan. With three little blue forays into their half.
It really was a dicey win, and it was.
But fair play to Wimbledon. I mean, they were up there with us, weren't they, in the opening 6 or 7 games?
Yeah, they were. They started incredibly well.
It was us, Bradford, and Wimbledon at one point, and then all of a sudden, their last 8 or 10 games have been absolutely diabolical. But I'm pleased. I'm pleased to see why Wimbledon stays up.
For the most part this season, they've sort of been mid-table, haven't they? They've sort of yo-yoed up and down mid-table a little bit, but they've been on an awful run. So I'm quite glad that they've stayed up because maybe they can beat the MK Dons twice next season. And I don't particularly like either club, but I like them a lot more than I like MK Dons. Yeah. So.
And they got a couple of good players like Tilly and Hippolyte and Ryan Johnson, of course, and
Reeves.
Our good friend, Jake Reeves, and our good friend Ashley Bays is there.
Ashley Bays is there, yeah.
Yes, it's nice.
Bradford City drew 1-1 with Bolton Wanderers to leave both of them on. Possibly won't make the playoffs. Possibly will hold on to it.
I think Bolton are safe.
It makes a lot.
Yeah.
But are they? I thought they were still touch and go. But okay,
they're 3 points ahead of us, so.
Oh,
yeah,
they're
no outside of Boston,
No, but
4 points ahead of Luton.
That's fine. But Bradford still touch and go. Argyle beat Port Vale 2-1 after going behind early on and having their goalkeeper sent off for handling the ball outside the area very early on. They managed to win regardless. Port Vale, as much as they've given themselves a very late chance, they've been shite, haven't they?
Yeah.
Huddersfield lost 4-1 at home to Mansfield, which is the funniest result of the season. just absolute Huddersfield. What an absolute wreck of a club at the moment.
I remember talking to Revs about them in August, and I said they don't, because I didn't know much about Lee Grant, and Revs had known him from his courses. I said, to be honest though, with the players they've got, they don't need a manager. They could just pick 11 between them, and they should still go out and win football matches.
They should.
But they didn't.
But they haven't been doing it. And, they're losing 4-1 at home in your last home game to fucking Mansfield. The Mansfield aren't an awful team, but they're just one of those teams that it's like, I can imagine them being 12th in League One for the next 12 years, and it would not surprise me. They'll have an odd year where they'll challenge for promotion. They'll have an odd year where they might be...
And this year was their
fighting against relegation.
Yeah,
exactly. I don't really have anything against Mansfield. They're just sort of there, aren't they? Which a lot of teams probably feel very much the same as us. They get about us, which is fine. Luton beat Barnsley 2-1 to keep their playoff hopes alive still, and Rotherham drew 1-1 with Reading. So I called Huddersfield and Mansfield the funniest result in the season, the league this year, and I think Rotherham versus Reading may be the dullest fixture in the history of football. Looking at the table, Northampton, bottom of the pile, 35 points from 44 games, 33 negative goal difference, which is just revolting. Port Vale, they gave themselves a chance, but they are also now fucked off. Rotherham also gone XL 49 points. They do still have the slimmest of chances to get out of trouble this weekend. And if they do, it's either Leyton Orient or Peterborough that go down in their place if the results go Exeter's way. We'll talk about who everyone's playing in a minute.
The most hilarious thing about Northampton is they've got 2 games to go. Both are at home. Choose tomorrow night against Barnsley and then Plymouth. Their fans have got to endure another 2 games.
I mean, you're a real masochist if you're going to those, aren't you? Like, there's no other explanation for it. You're a real masochist. As we said, AFC Wimbledon Burton confirmed survival. Wigan, who unbelievably since Caldwell came in have been the form team in the league, which shows how fucking pony they've been because they are only 7 points clear of relegation as it stands. Barnsley on 56 points, Doncaster 57, Blackpool 57, who have had an outrageous run of things recently. I think they've got 8 wins in the last 10 or something, which is, they were looking again like they may be in trouble. So the fact that they've dragged themselves out of it is you got to give them plaudits.
Yeah, their only defeat in 9 was against us.
Yeah, and then you've got Wickham, who were a few weeks ago were troubling us for playoffs, and they've taken an absolute nosedive.
And there's another manager's interview if you want one to have a listen to from Saturday.
Is he really?
Oof. Okay. If he never sees half them players again, Duffy, it will be a day too soon.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame them. I look at their squad sometimes and go, "Oh, that's fucking rank." There's not a lot there that I'd want to take here, that's for sure. Mansfield in 11th, Reading in 10th, Huddersfield in 9th, which is just pish. Plymouth 70 points in 8th, Luton 71 points in 7th. We are only a point clear of them, and we are significantly worse off in goal difference. So we need to win because, well, I mean, look, it's not win or bust.
It is.
It's
Plymouth,
not.
Plymouth are going to win.
No, Plymouth are almost certainly going to win. Right, I get it. It's not a given. They may choke. We need to win to be sure of it. A draw could do it, and if everything goes our way, it's unlikely. But yes,
there'd have to be a thunderbolt from the big man for Plymouth and Luton, not one of them to win.
So a draw is not going to do it.
Luton have the hardest task of the weekend in terms of sort of playoff teams. Yeah. They've got to go to Bolton, who they are currently in 3rd. I've seen a lot of suggestions that Bolton will be on the resting players, but I think it's bollocks. They will want 3rd.
The thing is,
they will want 3rd.
Stockport will go 3rd tomorrow night because they're playing Port Vale. Yeah. So Bolton will need to win to go back. They won't want to play Bradford. Probably Bradford. They won't want to play Bradford.
No. If it's us, they will want to play.
They'll want to play us.
Absolutely. They want to play us,
and then they'll regret it.
Hopefully.
I love that. You sounded like a tough kid in the playground then.
Can only do that if you can't see me, though.
But Bradford are on 74 points, Stockport 74 points, Bolton 75 points, Cardiff 91 points, and Lincoln unbelievably have hit the 100, which is just, it's fantastic. Like I know that there are teams. You've got your who were the dickheads from last season? Birmingham. You've got Wolves. You've got a number of teams that have surpassed that. but for the level of investment that Lincoln have for that squad, like it's Stevenage making the playoffs the first time round and then some, isn't it? It's just incredible.
Yeah.
And more power to them. Like fantastic. I don't like to gush about opposition very often, but they've absolutely earned it. What an achievement! Just magnificent. And they look pretty ordinary in large parts against us this season. So that bodes well for us, I think.
Fingers crossed.
And then looking forward to the fixtures this weekend. My thing does say that the fixtures are tonight. Peterborough, Mansfield, Northampton, Barnsley, and Stockport versus Vale. I got all that off of WhoScored.com, but maybe the date's wrong. I don't know. And then Saturday, Wycombe, Rotherham, Mansfield, Cardiff, Stevenage, Wigan, Northampton, Plymouth. Which you are right, Plymouth will win that. All they have to do is arrive, and they've won that, haven't they? Let's be fair. AFC Wimbledon, Huddersfield, Leyton Orient, Burton Albion. I just want them to be relegated so much.
Yeah.
I said to somebody the other day, and I don't know if we don't make it and Orient go down, I might be okay.
Yeah, me too.
I might be okay with that. I don't think we'll get to the playoff final if we do get to it. I think it's a little bit early for us. I think we've got a big summer ahead of us, and we really need. There's going to be quite a change. So we've got some big moves to make in the summer. I hope we can maintain some of this positive momentum. That being said, if we get into the playoffs, I would kill to win it back. But if we miss out, we draw on Saturday, and Argyle obviously beat Northampton, and they pip us to it. Fair play. We've just missed out over the course of the season. You can't argue with it. But if Orient go down, I'll be fine. And then they sack Richie Wellens, and then I don't care about Orient anymore. They're just Leyton Orient. And then Richie Wellens goes somewhere else, and then I hate that team until he leaves. It's I don't like Gillingham really. So that would be a match made in hell. It's like Ronnie Moore. Wherever he went, they were the worst team. I fucking hate Ronnie Moore. Wellens maybe surpasses Ronnie Moore for me. Anyway, let's crack on. I'll get stuck on Richie Wellens, and let's not do that. Bolton Luton, huge ramifications.
I think Stockport will finish third. I think Stockport will go at Barnsley. They'll beat Barnsley. They'll win something right, and it'll be if we win it. I think Bradford will do what they've got to do. So it could be Stockport, Stevenage, and of course we've done the double over Stockport.
Yeah. I mean, look. So Stockport have got Barnsley. So Barnsley are truly woeful. So you can't imagine anything but a win for Stockport.
Yeah.
I think. I think probably what we see is Exeter and Bradford drawing. Bradford are not in the greatest form. Exeter have a lot to do, but I think they might do it. But that's just wishful thinking, isn't it? Because I really want Orient to drop.
Yeah.
And then obviously, Port Vale versus Lincoln could not be more of an unfair mismatch for the last game of the season, could it? And then you've got
flipping egg.
Well, I mean, Port Vale aren't bottom. They're a few points clear of Northampton, but it's not far off, is it? And then Reading, Blackpool. Reading don't even get a day out by the seaside for that one. Blackpool have got to go to Reading. At least there's a few nice places to go and have a drink by the river. It's not.
I'll be paying attention to Bolton, Luton. I'll be paying attention to Crewe, Cambridge, and I'll be paying attention to Barrow Newport during the game on Saturday. So our friends at the Abbey need to win at Crewe, which ain't easy.
No, you say our friends, your friends.
Well, yeah.
I know you have a relationship with Tunners. I haven't spoken to the geezer since he left. Although I do like Tunners. I don't like Cambridge, so fuck them.
Yeah, well, I'm not allowed. That's why I refer to them like that in a tongue-in-cheek way, because I can't say that I dislike them
at the moment. But, like if someone you like goes into a club that you've formerly been not been the greatest fan of, like it's going to change opinions a little bit, isn't it? Like I get it. It is what it is. Yeah. And I'll celebrate if they. I mean, they're pretty much a shoo-in for the playoffs, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they're in the playoffs. Yeah.
They can still go up autos, right? They can still go up.
It's in their hands. Yeah.
Right.
It's Cambridge or Carl Robinson.
Oh God! That's like
that was a brilliant moan from the two of you. Watch that back later because it was superb. You did it in harmony.
That's what Carl Robinson does.
That's like someone offering you a shit sandwich or a kick to the nuts. Fucking hell. Probably Cambridge. Oh God, I can't believe I said that.
I think there's one other team in the mix. Notts County. If Salford draw or lose and Cambridge lose, Notts County can come up.
Can we go to 3 up, 3 down for all the divisions? And force all those.
The great thing is Notts County are playing the team in form, Bristol Rovers. So I'm sure Big Steve will be doing, or Little Big Steve will be doing everything he can to stop that. And Salford are at Crawley. And Crawley needs to win to stay up. So it's really interesting in both leagues.
Salford will win that. Crawley are fucking horrendous.
Yeah, they are.
And you would imagine that Cambridge. Yeah, it could be
Crewe. You got to go to Crewe win.
Crewe aren't a joke. They're not the best team in the league, obviously, but they're not a joke. And going there and needing to win is going to be It's going to be a task.
And much like us, a draw's probably no good to them.
I suppose the positives of whoever comes up is beating them twice next season. Let's look at it that way. There we go. We've taken a positive spin on the League Two final automatic promotion spot. How about that? It's definitely time to end the show. Dean, thanks as ever for coming along.
Thanks for having me.
You always. I think some of our best shows is when you turn up. So it's always a joy to have you here.
Thank you.
Pat, as ever, thank you very much, and everyone listening, watching, however you are doing it. Thank you very much. Really try to enjoy this week. Really try to enjoy the football. I hear the numbers are pretty big for the gate already for Saturday. So I really hope we do pack it out and really get behind the team and put 4 past Wigan. Really, really entertain. Make it a good afternoon. Other than that, enjoy your week, chaps, and up the Borough.